Hi, Abram. Yay for everyone here, by the way. So when a really great idea comes to me, and it gives me goosebumps, and I know it's right. And I'm like, wow, where did that come from? And thank you.
So the idea is the grid filling in. It's a manifestation. It means you're in the right place right now, yeah.
Yeah. And so now I'll write a page on why it's a great idea.
Because you want to keep the feeling going.
Yes.
You want to keep that feeling of momentum going and practice that feeling as long as you can, just to own it more.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I notice I'm thinking about it too much. So
Then
the
change the
goosebumps are gone away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you've introduced some old patterns of thought to it.
Right. Resistant.
Comparison and wondering about timing and things like that. So then you just you leave it in that good feeling place you brought it to and wait for the next grid to fill in about it.
Okay.
Get that? Or do you think about it? Put it on your to-do list. Justify it. Notice it hasn't manifested yet. Worry about it.
Wow. Okay.
Well, we exaggerated what you were doing,
right.
But because you're aware and you're saying, I can feel that it's not feeling as good as it was.
Right. I still know it's a fantastic.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, good. So now you've gone more general. So now when you got a little too specific and you were thinking about it, then you as you introduced specifics to it, you also introduced energy that wasn't clean enough, it wasn't resistant free enough, and you felt it. So then you wisely step back into a more general place. In time, I know it's a great idea. It's coming. I love that I have this to think about. This was a good moment in time for me. I'm on the right track. General, and then your feeling feels good. And you might feel good enough that you want to start being more specific, but usually that's enough for this phase.
Okay.
That's enough for this. In other words, the grid filled in. It made you feel great. You felt good for a while. You rode the wave. Then you rode it too long and you got fatigued. Back away from it.
Okay.
Now it's good.
Yeah.
By the way. In other words, that is the work. That's the work.
And then I'm thinking that at some point I'm going to revisit this thought again. And
am I gonna go looking for it, or am I gonna wait for it to occur to me like it did before? Oh. Is it going to be a grid filling in thing, or am I going to go looking for it in dark corners where it isn't?
Okay.
You see, that's what attraction says. You've set it in motion. Now your singular work is to prepare your grid for the receiving of the next idea, and the next idea, and the next impulse, and the next idea. Don't you love knowing that?
Yeah.
It's different than you've been thinking about it, isn't it? You didn't know that your work was to just chill out and wait for the idea to come and then enjoy the idea as it unfolds in your mind, because you didn't understand the power of what you set into motion, you see. But now you do.
Okay.
Something more clear enough? Something more about that?
No.
All right.
Similar. So the ideas are never going to stop, and these waves...
The ideas never are stopping, but sometimes you don't have your tuner set.
Okay.
So they're bouncing off of you. And then you go looking for them, and then they really bounce off of you. Then you get more annoyed, and they really bounce off of you. Then you join groups with others who aren't getting it either, and then they really bounce off of you. Then you take a nap, or you meditate, or you take a walk, and then an idea occurs. You go, wow, that came out of nowhere. We say it came out of alignment. Now just flow with it and go with it. And as long as it feels good, milk it. Milk it. Try to maintain the momentum of it. Practice the feeling of it till you own it. Oh, it's slipping away. Okay, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. Don't cling to it. Let it go. Let it go, and it will come back.
Okay. That's fine. That's perfect. Thank you.
Yeah. Deliberate creation is sifting through the contrast, putting things in the vortex. The vortex is spinning. Law of attraction is gathered, all the cooperative components. Then you set out to be a cooperative component by chilling, by basking, by loving, by meditating, by doing the things that feel good, by focusing upon the things in your life that feel good, by being focused upon things that are interesting, by keeping yourself fascinated about things, by chilling, by just feeling good, by looking for reasons to feel good, by keeping your promises to yourself, by doing your best to feel good. Getting outside where it feels good, walking as much as you can, breathing deeply, drinking plenty of water, feeling good, feeling good, feeling good, feeling good, feeling good. Idea flows in. Just bask in the deliciousness of it. Let it move across your mind. Think about it. Observe it and do what you did. Acknowledge that it's the grid filling in and that this is a manifestation too, even though it's an idea and not something tangible and physical. It's a grid filling in. And then stay with it. Rest with it. Think about it. Let it thrill you. Let it satisfy you. Focus upon it. And when it starts to slip away, then get general about it. Milk it a little longer. Remind yourself that in the same way that it came, more will come and that this is what life is about. One good idea after another, one good idea after another, one impulse after another, one rendezvous after another, one co-creative experience after another. All good, all good, all good, all good. So your life moves from feeling satisfied to feeling fantastically energized. In other words, that's where you move up and down on this emotional scale. It's really good, isn't it?
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.